let's see the aftermath.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum. They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects. Because of them, the people of Remire Village.
There you are.
Ooh.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon, but that does not mean our objectives are the same. Had I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
I'm in.
If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that? With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat.
Yeah, I'll join your cause.
You are lying. I can see that you cannot contain your fury toward me. Pity.
I'm not, though.
Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Gerald, Professor, have you seen His Highness?
This is the thing I was talking about, by the way. Where I was like, oh, your house leader goes missing, the Flame Emperor shows up, the Flame Emperor disappears, and then your house leader shows back up. This is the thing where I'm just like, oh, I was like, that must be connected. And, I think it is, actually, but, you know.
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it!
I guess we'll never get to know because I'm biased because I did Black Eagles first, but I feel like
So
I
did
would,
I.
maybe Claude. I would never.
No,
think
well, see, that's the
Dimitri
thing.
is
So
Flame
that's the thing.
Emperor.
I guess spoilers for who the Flame Emperor is, but like I did Black Eagles first as well. So when this happened, I was like, wait. I was like, is it Edelgard? And then like you get the reveal, and so I was just like, that's genius. That's amazing. And then I found out there's like, oh, they do the same thing on all the other routes. I was like, well, that doesn't make sense on the other routes. So.
Yeah, it only makes sense for Edelgard, which I guess because it is Edelgard, but
Yeah.
like, there's no world, like, maybe you could think, maybe it's Claude, but
Yeah.
there's no
Right.
universe where someone with a functioning brain thinks Dimitri could be the Flame
No,
Emperor.
I know, but that's my first playthrough was Black Eagles, so Edelgard goes missing, Flame Emperor shows up, they're like, where's Edelgard, you know? Because I think it's the same thing,
yeah.
like, I think Hubert is like, hey, where did Edelgard go, or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I was just like, wait a minute, I was like, oh, I might be onto something, and then, like, when the reveal happens, I'm like, yo, I called it, I knew, I'm so good at this, and then, like, it happens in the other routes, I'm like, oh, well, now I feel less proud about it, I guess, but, so, yes. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I didn't do this or Golden Deer first and then think that happened.
Didn't
But
mean to talk to you.
I forgot that you
Since
did
coming
Black
to the
Eagles first. I thought you did
monastery,
Golden Deer first.
I think
Changed.
I was going to do Golden Deer, but then I remember you said that you were doing Black Eagles, and I think you started, like, right before me or something, or maybe even beforehand. You're like, I'm doing this, you should do this, so that way we're playing the same one and can talk about the same things, and that's why I did.
That sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, so I did it,
But then,
so I
you
could
ended
talk
up
about it with
doing
you.
Silver Snow anyway, and I did Crimson
That's because I didn't
Flower.
know there was an extra route until it was, like, Chapter 10. You're just like, and then I found out there was another thing, and I was like, well, I already missed it, so...
Alas, those days would have been yours.
Changed?
The Edelgard route thing
You've
is
been angry since we first
more
arrived in
missable
Remire Village.
than I originally thought it was.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's that missable, but I understand how you and people like you missed it because you don't get some big notification or anything. But I also just, when I played the game every month, I talked to my house members, specifically my house
Yeah,
members.
see, I didn't do that.
At the very least, I always talked to Edelgard, like my house leader.
Mm.
So I was like, there was no way for me to miss it because I was going to talk to Edelgard each month, and all you have to do is talk to Edelgard.
No, I talk to whoever has a quest for me. Sometimes I would talk to find out lost items, but my first playthrough, I mean, I probably wasn't, you know, giving out lost items to everybody, so, like, yeah, it wasn't as optimized. It was the first playthrough, so it was just like, yeah, I didn't talk, so
Yeah,
I was like,
mean,
I didn't know.
it's definitely something that, it's another one of the minor things that Three Houses does wrong. That Edelgard Crimson Flower thing being missable in general is dumb. That decision should not be hidden behind talking to Edelgard in month 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
That decision should be at the end of chapter 11, like during the month fight where the thing in the crypt happened.
Yeah, because I think there's like, there is, I feel like she asked you like before that point, like a
She
question
does.
of like, oh, you should join me or whatever, and like, I was like, that should be the decision point, or like,
In that chapter, in the end of that chapter, she asks you, but you can only choose, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. In that chapter, at the end of it, after all the fighting happens, Edelgard is like, I think Rhea tells you to like attack Edelgard or whatever, and you have the option to protect Edelgard instead, and you could just have it there, period. But instead, it only lets you do the join Edelgard option if you talk to her in the previous month,
yeah,
which is dumb.
yeah, like that one where it's just like a choice that you can't miss should be where it is, since it's already in the game. That should have just been
Exactly.
the one. You know, they can still play it out, because I forget where in the story you are at that point. Like, they can play it out to where you don't actually start that route until the next month or however it goes. But, like, you like, that should be where the decision point is made.
Mechanically and almost narratively, nothing changes if you put the decision at the end of that main story thing instead of a random talk to during the month.
Yeah,
the only thing
yeah.
you miss is if you don't do the random talk during the month, you don't go to the capital to see Edelgard get crowned.
Right, yeah.
But that also could have just been added as a little side quest during that month that Edelgard is like, hey, go talk to Edelgard.
Yeah.
Quest thing.
Yeah, that could have just been a quest, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
You look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that. Not once.
You might be right.
I have some news for you, by the way.
Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery. If only so I could see your face lit up like that. Or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place.
A reason to leave?
I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
Who knows?
All right, do you or do you not want to know?
Professor, I'm sorry you saw that side of me in the village. It must have been quite a shock to you and the others. I'm mortified by my behavior.
Do you want to ask me now, or do you want to wait?
Yeah, you can keep going, it's fine.
Okay.
When I saw the chaos and violence there,
Hi.
my mind just went completely dark.
Understandable. I felt the same.
I see. So that happens to you as well, then. I've told you before that someday we may find ourselves facing something we simply cannot accept. That's what the chaos in Remire Village was to me.
Can I stop
Soren
being
and the Flame
attacked?
Emperor are both
Right.
beasts who must be eliminated. Demons who kill the innocent. They aren't even human at this point.
This dude needs a therapist.
Anyway, yeah, the Flame Emperor said he wasn't involved. He didn't like that.
Believed him? He doesn't deserve our forgiveness. He became an accomplice when he refused to turn himself in and return with us to the monastery. You see, Professor, I saw the same flames of torment just 4 years ago. In Dusker.
Please, have mercy! Yeah, the pain! Make the burning stop! Help me! Somebody!
You know what? Catherine was right. He does kind of look like a girl.
Those who killed
Yeah.
us! Tear them apart! Destroy them all!
My father, my stepmother, 4 years ago, they lost their lives to those flames. I'll never forget. I still remember their faces, their screams, the tortured last moments of every person who died that day. But right now, all that matters is that we do whatever we can to help the surviving villagers get back to their normal lives. Thank you for everything. There's a reason that I came to the Officers' Academy. Just one reason. I came here for revenge. And one day, I will have it.
Spooky.
Spooky scary.
All right then.
Dude, characters motivated by revenge are such a weird spot
You
for
did
me.
well
I don't
handling that awful business in Remire Village.
Or like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I don't know about you, but it's like I didn't realize this at first because my first experience with revenge characters were ones I really liked, but you've really got to do the whole revenge motivation thing like really well for me to not think it's bad.
Yeah, I would say it's more negative for me than it usually turns out more bad than it does good, but it's not that it can't be done well.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of two off the top of my head, which are Sasuke Uchiha and from Naruto and Goro Akechi from Persona 5, where I think they actually do it really well, and in part because the characters, while they have that as their main motivation, they have a lot of other stuff fleshed out as well, or just in general, like, the revenge being their driving focus doesn't become, like, the sole, like... That's not just all there is about them, right?
That's
you know
like
what I mean?
their only motivation or like their only thing that they have to them. That
it's literally
it never
if
works
it's literally
then.
if it's literally just like this character's thing is that they want revenge. Like it's one thing if it's like the main thing is they want revenge, but then they have all these other nuances going into them and things they do and stuff. Like Sasuke has all of his stuff with Naruto and with the twist on stuff with Itachi about his revenge and how his revenge like jumps from thing to thing as a result, and how he has to like rectify like, well, what am I actually trying to accomplish outside of just because he goes from like his main focus is revenge, but he has his super nuanced relationship with Naruto and whatnot, as well as just like trying to get stronger, etc., dealing with the other people he fights and whatnot. But then after Itachi, it's like, oh well, now my revenge is just like all of the Leaf Village. But then he's like, oh, but wait, that's not. He meets Itachi again, and he's like, oh no, I need to like find an actual like that can't be my only reason, etc. Like all this other stuff. It's really great.
Yeah.
Akechi has so much going on other than he's trying to get revenge on Shido. Like the way he goes about it, the things he does, his relationship to Joker, etc. and whatnot. But then you have some other characters, and actually my first thought is, oh no, I can't say that because it's a spoiler for you, but it's a character in Persona 3 where like it's basically just their thing and it's out of nowhere. But you'll see when you get to that character.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know.
But sometimes there's just a character where like they suddenly say like my purpose is revenge. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like is this gonna be like a waste of everyone's time, or is it actually gonna be like well done? Like this is my purpose.
Yeah.
I did not know that Dimitri had a moment where he said like I'm here for revenge.
I didn't remember that either.
As soon as he said that, I was like, ooh, dude, based on what like I've seen of you and other stuff, I don't think this is gonna be well done, but I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, I mean we'll see to get your take on it. I definitely don't think it's like as one note as that from what I remember, but I also don't super remember well.
I do, and he showed it a lot here. I do know one of the things about Dimitri is he's a very black and white character. Which is kind of contrast to Edelgard, because Edelgard is very gray area because she works with those who slither and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Dimitri, like his whole like, oh no, they all have to die. The second the Flame Emperor like existed, like nope, they have to die no matter what now.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm actually really excited for the future of the story now, just to see. Yeah. Okay. I won't say nothing. Let's I'll let the story. I'll let the story keep going.
We could probably talk about the Persona 3 thing too, because there's no way we're finishing this before you get that far.
Oh yeah, no.
We'll have to
not.
remember to talk about that later.
Although very soon I'm gonna have to start splitting my time between Persona 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, so that'll be fun.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll see how I do with that. All right, let's let people talk.
I am certain the goddess shares in our grief at the senselessness of that calamity. More importantly, I was shocked to hear that our own Tomas was actually a dark mage. I must reflect on our blindness.
You surely must. You failed to notice that a rat was hiding in your home. Pathetic. Who are these wicked foes? How did Tomas escape your gaze?
Go to timeout.
Who are these villains?
Tomas came to the monastery 40 years ago by recommendation of House Ordelia of the Alliance. Around 8 years ago, he went back to House Ordelia before returning to the monastery once again just last year. After having worked at Garreg Mach for decades, why would he betray us now? Just what did he hope to accomplish? Yuritsa became a professor at the Officers' Academy because of a recommendation from the Imperial nobility. Supposing that he is the Death Knight, that means that our enemy is an organization that has taken root in at least 2 territories.
In the long history of the Church of Slyroh, no, long before even that, there have been an endless number of threats to the peace of Fodlan. Yet those who oppose us still operate in the shadows. Their identity's a mystery. I believe that Solon and the Death Knight are merely one part of a much larger whole.
A threat to Fodlan's peace? That means we have no choice. We have to stop them all.
They must be stopped.
I have truly come to rely on you. I believe that the monastery will remain safe so long as we have you. We do not yet know the enemy's objective or whereabouts. For now, please devote yourself to preparing for whatever comes next.
That is all for today.
Professor, please wait. I know there is much that you still do not understand. However, one thing is clear. You possess great power. I believe that you are destined to be a source of great hope for all. In any case, I expect great things from you. Walk this world proudly, dear Professor. May the goddess Sothis protect you.
The goddess Sothis? Is that what she just said?
Is something the matter?
I'd never heard of the name of the goddess. She didn't like that.
Sothis is the goddess's true name. Please do not use it carelessly. Farewell.
Do not say something that we may regret. What exactly am I? For now, let's leave this place. Please, go.
What a time.
Right. Alright. How many more interjections of people having to talk? Oh, and this. I forgot about this.
Ah, yes, this.
Part 1. White Clouds.
The cause of sorrow.
Ethereal
Not being on Edelgard's
moon.
side.
The cause of sorrow. Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garreg-Mach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
This should be the White Heron Cup month, shouldn't it?
Oh, yes. Super exciting. It's dancer time. And then everybody can yell at me about how I don't use dancers to dance hardly ever.
Oh, Slyroh.
We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll change my ways.
Do you or do you not want to know about magic bows, by the way?
Yeah, tell it to me.
Okay, so you cannot get one naturally until chapter 14 from a drop. However, because of, I think this is from the DLC, you can buy 700 renown, which is a lot of renown, or if you're professor level B+, you can forge a steel bow into one with 2 arcane crystals.
Oh, I think I have 2 arcane crystals. So
you need 1 more professor level.
Okay, that's probably the best way to do it.
I think that is probably the best way to do it. I wouldn't want to use that much renown instead of putting it into a statue.
Yeah, like, that's the sort of stuff that we can do with the renown once all the statues are maxed out, which I think with DLC stuff we probably can. Because I can also sell items for renown in the Abyss, which I have not been doing.
The statues are also, I think the last level of the statues are pointless, aren't they?
They might be. I might just max them out just
because
I'll
I think
be able
it's,
to,
I think the last level of the statues is like, because characters technically have a cap on how high a stat can get, right?
Yeah.
The statues extend that cap further at the final level, I think is what they do. Okay. But you will never get to that level. That'll never happen.
Yeah, I don't know much about stat caps in this game, so...
That's what I've always heard, is that the stat caps are like, you will not reach the stat caps unless you're doing something really stupid, like, for fun.
Right. Like giving, like, the same stat of item.
This is a birthday.
Oh, we are on a birthday. The very first of Ethereal Moon, month 12.
It's not Marianne, because she had the other one. I'm upset that I missed my chance to guess that one. This one, I don't think we've had Caspar yet. I think it's going to be Caspar.
Okay.
He's an ethereal kind of guy.
Aloyse's
Oh,
birthday.
well, there was no shot. It never could have happened. There was no hope.
What if for the first tea party? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll kill you. I'm mad you even gave him flowers.
I said I still want to support up with him. Oh yeah, hey look, he
I
likes
hate
flowers so much.
this.
Let's go,
Professor, you didn't come and see me on my birthday, so...
So he's like, I'm coming to see you whether you like it or not. All right, see what Aloyse has to say.
Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it? I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit?
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help. We're practically siblings, after all. Cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along.
You think we're like siblings?
Well, I'll confess there is a considerable age gap between us. My parents died when I was small, and I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh?
That's crazy.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies.
Do you know his age?
Actually, I'm not entirely sure. You never asked him? Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then. In fact, over drinks he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day. At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you. If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
Thanks for offering, but I can handle myself.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I'll let you get back to it. But truly, if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
Yeah, I think his supports, you honestly learn more about Gerald than you do about Aloyse.
Good.
Yeah. Alright, tell me about the White Heron Cup.
What did you
We are planning a grand ball
that what it's
for
called?
this month. I'm sure
It
the
sounded like you
students
said
will be
herring.
most pleased.
Oh, I said Heron.
Yes, certainly.
I was like, wait, am I so
However,
wrong?
we must not devote all of our time to frivolity.
The White
We have a new
Heron
mission
Cup.
for
Heron is a bird, is it not?
Yeah, Heron. He's at Haran?
Hey, Ron.
We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
No, this is about the mission. It's
I
not
have
even
a
about
video
the
to
dance.
show you after this. I think you're gonna love it.
Oh boy. A chapel?
It is a building that was once a temporary sanctuary, at a time when the monastery was under renovation.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
Which night?
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
I thought you two could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
Appreciate the thought.
Bear in mind that Gerald has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
Alright. Anything more? Don't think so. Okay. Before I forget next time, I want to like make sure that people get the things that I want them to have.
I want to see. Look at the stats on it. Can you like press X on it or something for details? I want to see the I Get Shield's weight.
It's like 6.
6. Okay, so you have that with the -3 thing, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
6 is more than I thought. I don't know why I thought it was like 5.
No, I saw that when I got it. I was like, that's pretty heavy, but we'll see how it goes. Who needs the accuracy ring?
Making it only 3 is pretty good. The problem is that you're doing axes instead of swords, and axes are naturally a bit heavier than swords, right?
Yes, I believe so.
I believe.
Yeah, swords should be the lightest weapon. Maybe gauntlets. I don't know how gauntlets work with weight, but
gauntlets are weird.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. Okay. I'm probably not going to go into the explorer thing. I think I might look at... You know, I'll just do it now. I feel like there was at least one person that is ready to go onto an advanced class.
I don't think you got any.
Oh, I didn't get to 20. You're right.
You're only at 19s.
Nope. All right, then we'll just go.
We'll probably do battles on the 14th, and then you'll be able to get a couple of people to 20 if you want to aim for them.
Yeah. Yep, probably. All right. So yeah, I'm just going to we'll do all the stuff next time. We got a lot of why do I keep doing that? We got a lot of quests and whatnot. And by a lot, I mean 4, and 2 of them being DLC ones.
5. Oh no, that's the
tournament thing.
Yeah, 4.
It's gonna be there for so long.
Yeah, I mean it'll be there until I think you have to do it before time skips. It'll probably be there until chapter 11.
Yeah, probably. But all right, we'll do that. But yeah, we're gonna end off here. It's been over 3 hours, so I'm
what
hungry.
A time!
I want to go eat before I die. And I have 7 professor points to do whatever I want with. So all right, I'm ready. I hope everybody has been enjoying and is looking forward to more. So let me know. I'll see you all around. Any parting words?
No.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.